Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all lecturers. My name is Muhammad Shamil bin Mustafa Kamal Isra with number metric 17DKA20F1044. So today I'm going to present to you about our mini project, which consists of 5 steps, which is number 1, floor plan, number 2, slab plan, number 3, wall plan, number 4, window set and door set, and lastly IBS score. So enjoy. So before we begin our presentation, we need to know what is IBS. IBS is a construction method which consists of 3 steps, which is customized, transported, and assembled. But in a systematic way of explanation, IBS or industrialized building system is actually a term used in Malaysia for a technique of construction where the components are manufactured in a controlled environment, either at site or off-site, placed and assembled into construction works. Worldwide, IBS is also known as prefabricated or prefab construction, modern method of construction or MMC, and off-site construction. CIDB Malaysia, through CIDB IBS Sdn Berhad, is promoting the usage of IBS to increase productivity and quality at construction sites through various promotion programs, training, and incentives. The content of IBS score is determined based on the Construction Industry Standard 18 or CIS 18 2010, either manually, web application, or fully automated CAD-based IBS score calculator. For example, it's used in Forest City Project. There are 6 categories in the IBS system, which is precast concrete, blockwork system, steel framing, timber framing, reusable formwork, and also innovative system. There are a lot of advantages of using IBS, which is number 1, reduction of labor, number 2, reduce wastage, number 3, increase in quality, number 4, safer working environment, number 5, less construction period, number 6, flexibility in design, number 7, less affected by weather, and lastly, cost saving. In this project, we were tasked to make a house construction plan according to IBS assessment course DCC30082, which is Industrialized Building System in Sustainable Construction. And the method we use is fully committed to IBS technique. So this is the floor plan that I've created, which include 3 bedrooms, 2 toilets, a store, a kitchen, a dining room, and also a living room. The width of my house is 11,400 millimeter or 11.4 meter, and the length is 6,950 millimeter or 6.95 meter. So in this plan, why didn't I show the dimension of each room? Because I'll explain to you guys bit by bit on the next slide, which is about slab plan. So on this slide, we will use modular coordination, which is a method of sizing the dimension of building components and of building on the basis of a basic module known as 1M that equals to 100 millimeter. So this is my slab plan that I've created, and I have differentiated with color. For the light blue one, which is for master bedroom and bedroom 2, is 34M times 27M. For the purple color, which is for store, 31M times 12M. And for the green one, which is for toilet, 22M times 12M. And the light purple color for bedroom 3, 22M times 27M. And for the yellow color, which is for a kitchen, 31M times 12M. Dining area, 31M times 30M. And for the living room, 31M times 33M. Now you can see that this is my wall plan, which has 4 parts, which is from the front, back, left side, and also the right side. Since it'll take a lot of time to explain all of it, I'll just explain to you about only a part of it, which is you can see that the length of my house is 30M, and also you can see that the gap between the window and from the ground is 9M, and also the same as the window to the top, also 9M. And lastly, you can see that the gap from my window to the side is 6M. So this is my window set and door set. First I'm going to talk about my window first, which as you can see it has 3 windows, which is window 1, window 2 and also a toilet window. As you can see, the size for window 1 is 18M times 12M, while for window 2 it is 9M times 12M, and lastly the toilet window, which is 6M times 3M. While for the door, I have 2, which is the main and room door and also a toilet door. For the main and room door, it is 9M times 21M, while for the toilet door, it is 7M times 21M. So now I'm going to explain to you about my IBS core based on the floor plan that I've made. So for this IBS core, we have 3 parts that we need to calculate, which is number 1, structural system, part 2, wall system, and also part 3 are the simplified construction solutions. So I'll explain to you about part 1, which is structural system. It has 3 elements, which is number 1, precast beam plus precast column plus precast concrete half slab. The ground floor area that you'll get is 79 meters per square. And the second element is precast beam plus precast column, no slab, first floor area equals to 79 meters per square. And the third element, which is roof truss using prefab steel, roof area you'll get 79 meters per square. And after you add 3 of it, which is 79 meters per square plus 79 meters per square plus 79 meters per square, you'll get the total part for area is 237. For the IBS factor, we use 1.0, and the coverage for this you need to use area divided by the total part of area, which is 79 divided by 237 equals to 0.33. As you can see, 3 of the element is having the same area, so you'll get the same coverage as well, which is 0.33. If you added 3 of it, you'll get 1 for the total part of coverage. For the IBS score, you need to use coverage time IBS factor and time 50. Then you'll get the answer is 16.5 for each part of the element. And for the total part for this part, which is structural system, you'll get the total part for IBS score 49.5. Now we will continue with part 2, which is about the wall system. It has 2 wall system, which is external walls and internal walls. For the external walls length, I got 36.7, and for the internal wall I get 23.3. And if you add 2 of them, you will get 60 for the total part of the length. And for the IBS factor, we also use 1 for this part as well. And for the coverage, we use the same solution that we used for the part 1, which is length divided by the total part of length, which is 36.7 divided by 50. You'll get 0.61 for the external, and for the internal wall you'll get 0.39. And for the total part of coverage for this second part is 1. And the IBS score will also use the same solution that we've used on the part 1, which is 0.61 times 1 times 20. Then you'll get the answer 12.2 for the external wall and 7.8 for internal wall. And also if you added the IBS score for 2 of the elements, you'll get 20 for the total part of the wall system. And lastly, the part 3, which is other simplified construction solutions. Now the first element, 60% of beam sizes follow MS1064 part 10. Then you'll get the IBS score 2. And then the second element, 100% of column sizes follow MS1064 part 10. You'll get 4 for IBS score. And for the third element, 100% of door sizes follow MS1064 part 4. Then you'll get the IBS score 4 as well. And for the last part, which is horizontal repetition of structure, the answer is 100% for my project, and the IBS score is 6. And if you add all elements, then you'll get total part for this third part is 16. And to find the IBS score, you need to add all 3 parts, which is part 1 plus part 2 plus part 3. Then you need to calculate it 49.5 plus 20 and plus 16, then you'll get the final calculation for the IBS score, 85.5% for my house project. So as a conclusion for my presentation, IBS is a technique that should be considered as a main technique for construction work. As I present my slide, the main purpose of the presentation is also to promote the IBS technique that we have learned. So we hope that IBS technique will be the main technique that our country will use from the future, since it will not only benefit to the workers but also to the one that live in their house as well. So thank you for watching my presentation.